Arsenal Fan TV, Mo, much better performance. The big boys turned up today, as someone said earlier. Ozil, Alexis, Sanchez. It was a much better performance.
Yeah, it's what we expect. It was domination. We were comfortable, did a really good job, kept a clean sheet, created enough chances, and took enough. So, all in all, a good day. But obviously, that's what we should have done against Olympiacos at home. That's also what we should have done against Zagreb away. And today could have been an opportunity to rest players. But, look, that's all in the past now. We just need to make sure that we undo the mess that we created for ourselves.
Now, it's going to be 2 clear goals we've got to win with over there in Olympiacos.
Unless we score 3.
Unless we score 3. How do we attack that game? How do we? Is it one of them where you just go for it from the start, or because it's going to be a difficult game?
Yeah, do you know what? I think you can overthink these sort of games a lot, but look, you look back to Anfield '89, and all of us have heard so much about the team talk George Graham gave, and it was just a case of, look, keep yourself in the game and trust yourself. They needed to win 2-0 against a very, very good team away from home, and they made sure they didn't concede. That is a first strategy. Don't concede a goal. Don't make it even more harder for yourself. Just keep it tight, chances will come, and you have to make sure that you're clinical. The one thing you can't do is leave yourself open. We've seen Arsenal do that in the Champions League a hell of a lot and show a lot of naivety, especially when away goals are at play. Luckily, that's not the case now. But I think we need to learn our lessons from that, make sure we don't make the task harder. We don't end up saying, we need 4, or now we need 5. Let's just make sure that we can go and win 2-0, or, if we get the 3, then we've got a bit more leeway. So that's what I'll say. Main thing is that keep a decent shape, and the chances will come. Because look, we are a better team than Olympiacos. They've just been battered like we were against Bayern Munich away. Hopefully their confidence won't be all that great after that game, and I don't see any reason why we can't. But I'm very, very glad that we won today and Bayern won today, because I can't wait for that game. Now, that's a huge game. The travelling fans that go out there, look, we're going, I'm going to be absolutely buzzing for that game. It's going to be brilliant. And if we do it, it's going to set itself up for quite an occasion. So I'm looking forward to having a good time in Athens now.
Alexis Sanchez tonight, 2 goals, could have had a hat-trick. Where does this guy get the energy from? You watch him play, and sometimes he looks like he's looking knackered, and then the next minute he's off again. He's just a brilliant player, isn't he?
He's just phenomenal, and we all think he needs a rest. And if I was manager, I definitely would rest him. I don't care what he wants to do. I'd protect him as much as I can. But the fact of the matter is, we're comparing him against other human beings, and he's not cut from the same cloth. There's something about the guy, honestly. If I was the FA, I'd be drug testing him every single week, because he's superhuman. He really is. In the first half, the ball's slightly overhit, is running out of play on the opposite, towards the clock end. There's about 10 seconds left in the half, and he's sprinting after it and sliding to go and get it. And you're thinking, bloody hell, relax, it's 2-0 already. I love the guy, but I never want him to stop, because this is what makes him as good as he is. It makes him the player that he is. So
there was one part, he just reminded me, in the game where he gave the ball away.
Yeah.
And then he chased it down, won the ball back, and then he took his gloves off that he had on and threw them down as if to say, right, no more gloves. I'm getting stuck into this now.
He's an absolute legend, and I don't think. I really wonder, because he's not as connected to the fans as maybe some of the boys back in the day were. I wonder if he knows how much we appreciate him and how much we love him in terms of what he does. He's one of those players where a lot of people say footballers don't deserve the wages that they're on, but I don't begrudge him a single penny that he gets, because he works his arse off for it. I absolutely love the bloke. Can't wait for him to sign that new contract. But let's call out Mesut Ozil as well today. He was superb. And what I don't understand, right, we've got 2 world-class players. These are artists, If flipping Beethoven was in London for an evening, everyone would go and watch him. These 2 are artists, Ozil and Alexis. Where is everyone today? So many people trying to sell their tickets. This is 2 must-win Champions League games. Come support your team and watch some fantastic players play football. Today, that was a treat. For me, that was an absolute treat. I feel like I've just gone and seen absolute master artists, doing their thing on a canvas. Where are people to come and appreciate this? I don't understand it. But look, that's on a side note. I'm just very, very happy that we did the job today, and absolute pleasure to watch Ozil in full flow, Alexis in full flow, first onto Norwich, but Champions League perspective, onto Athens. And if we do the business out there, and I think we will, it's going to be a great, great occasion.
Skibarabo, skibo, skibarabo, Fantastic performance, my brother. Why we didn't do it? Why we didn't do it against Zagreb? Ask your coach why he fielded a wicked team. Don't ask me that question. Today we played very well. Everybody was playing for each other. I wonder how Montreal and Belleria